Hello, EdgeGamers. My name is Rebo, and I'm joined here with Tjay. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm TJ. I play for EdgeGamers CEVO main team.
He's part of the EdgeGamers competitive team, so he's going to bring a lot of analysis and knowledge to this game, which is going to be quite intriguing and interesting. So right now we're in a game right now, a CEVO-IM game, Velocity Esports versus Adderal. I believe we actually, have a little bit of a history with Velocity Esports, so.
Yeah, they used to be known as Keep It Classy, and then they got signed to Velocity Esports, who also has a Halo team, and I believe a Call of Duty team. Don't quote me on that. I also want to throw in, if you stay to watch the whole game, you get an Op Hyper Beast at the end, and if we reach over 50 followers or 50 viewers, I will throw in a CZ Victoria.
Yeah, you guys are basically losing nothing for tuning in, so that'd be great. So, knife rounds kicking off here is going to be Inferno. Just going to see whose sides you're going to get. Doesn't really matter here, no strats going on, so. Just going to see who's going to be better at knifing here. But yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. It looks very dominating for Velocity. Actually, no, Adderal, well.
Some nice music getting played by the Adderal team.
Pretty much.
Amazed making this last. About to get knifed by.
He can actually win this if he. No, he missed his knife. Okay, that was terrible.
Alright, so introducing the players, Adderal has Havoc, Click, Edit, Rad, GG, and SWT. And for Velocity Esports, there's Hollywood, Kevin, Amazed, Onyx, and CP2.
And since they won the knife round, looks like Adderall is actually going to opt to get CT side. Pretty much no surprise there. Inferno's highly, like, 60% CT side in my opinion. If you know how to play Banana correctly, you can basically nullify that entire site. If you have good players there, it's basically impossible for the other team to go there unless you're incredibly well executed, so.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a super CT-sided map. It's probably the most CT-sided map on paper. But when it comes to NACS, it can go either way. I've seen teams like Enemy went out on their T side and then lose from CT.
Yeah, one of the most famous teams for that in the MLG minor. They completely destroyed the Inferno game. Houston just went absolutely insane on that match. But yeah, looks like Adderall is actually going to opt to get a raid boss on Rad here. Besides that, they're going to get 2 armors, a nade, and actually 4 armors and a nade. So basically a raid boss.
I want to point out that Hollywood is the in-game leader, and it looks like he's taking the support role right now, getting the nades and P250. Probably should drop that to somebody with armor. You see CP2 and Amaze going for banana control, and CP2 eats a nade for about 50 damage.
Looks like they're just going to see if they can get banana control here, see if they can get some more information on the map. They're pretty much just playing a really default here, no rushes coming out. He does have a smoke and a flash though, so they may try to execute onto his sights here. But right now, looks like they have full banana control, which is going to be really helpful for the T side, especially putting pressure on the CT side. If they just shift up and they know that they're banana, it's going to be kind of hard for them to call out where they're going to go here. But looks like they're actually going to opt to shift lock B here. They do have the utility to do it, and only 2 people on site though. With Rad, with armor and raid boss here, it's going to be a really tough force to go through.
I just wanted to point out that they played 3 people at B for about 10 seconds after they threw 1 nade down, and then they fell back. The third person fell back to Arch, but they still played 2 pit, which is very strange to leave the 1 Arch, just spotting for info. Right now, you're seeing a smoke CT from Hollywood come in. And they're just doing a 5-man. Russian banana.
Shooting 5-7, all 5 of them, but Onyx able to take out Rad. Click able to take out CV2, turning into a 4v4. Trying to find something here, just shots coming out from both sides, just seeing what they can get. Kevin taking some catch, able to take out Click, but besides that, he returns to A sites.
Yeah, we're about to see 2 people through flowers try to retake the side against Onyx and Kevin. Onyx being lit, still taking 1 down. Edit coming back in with 2. Now it's a 1v1 against Amaze and Edit, who somehow is a deagle. A kit being used, or a kit not being used on the CT side, so he's having to push, and that's Amaze getting the 1D.
He basically just had a push there. If he even wanted a chance there, and even then, it'll be an incredibly close defuse, so. Amazed he was able to get the shot there. He could have played a little more passive since he heard the footsteps coming in on him. But besides that, he was able to get the shots. He may have been confident with his eagle skills there, so he decided to stay put and have that. Actually, looks
Looks like
like it's
a
gonna
pause coming in from Velocity
pause.
Esports, which I wanted to mention are 4-0 right now, looking to make that main dream become a reality
Yep.
soon. So
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's like technical or whatever.
he said Rad is sharing.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, well, looks like they're not doing an armor force. They're just doing upgraded pistols. Rad is, I'm calling it now, most likely the oh, that's 3 people buying armor and 2 not. That's surprising. 1 person has an upgraded pistol and no armor. 3 have upgraded pistols and armor, with Rad buying nothing. So he's most likely the opper. But what is Click doing? Why does he not buy with the team unless they rely on a double op setup?
But yeah, it could have been a little bit of miscommunication, or like it's kind of a weird. The IGL kind of ordered it, but from that, I'm guessing it was like a miscommunication there. It's not a right play. The IGL ordered it. It's basically like TJ said. If they're wanting to like get a full buy up, they could go for a force here and maybe win the roundouts just by getting a couple nice headshots, getting a crossfires going on. But besides that, doing like a half buy here is kind of unethical. But looks like they're playing.
I wanted to point out that the CT side are playing really passive with their pistols and armor in the B site, when you probably would want to do like a 3-stack somewhere with pistols where they're all in close range, like Get Right Freiburg do and Banana, and take it, because now they're giving so much room for the T's to execute. Look, they're mollying, they're smoking out CT, mollying second oranges, and spamming them with Tech 9s now.
I mean, Click just missing a shot. So now it's at a 5v3, and it's very unlikely for the CT side they're actually gonna just save this. Which it would have been almost impossible for them to retake that site unless the Velocity Esports would have just completely whiffed all the shots they would have taken. But besides that, it looks like they're just gonna go for exits. Banana here, gonna see if they can get an AK or at least some weapons that will help them win next round. So
they are indeed going for exits in Banana. They have 2 people guarding this barrel like it's their treasure, and you have a guy setting up a crossfire with them next to the flower pot. If they do intend to exit Banana, this might get messy, but they're probably just gonna sit right here. Oh, you see Hollywood creeping up. That's Hollywood down, traded. Not traded. Kevin trading 1, getting traded back himself. And they saved the AK!
oh,
He
wow, that's
saved
gonna
AK
be...
and armor. That can be a huge round changer. That was...
He actually never got hit once with the armor. So he still has 100 armor, so he doesn't have to rebuy it or any of that. He just needs to buy head armor. And now they pretty much got a full buy. Armor. Yeah, now they pretty much got a full buy going on Havoc here. He's not going to buy any armor though, so it's going to be nice, but he's going to be able to at least have some chance against these AK armors going on the velocity side. So they know that they got some guns here, so both teams pretty much playing default here. Looks like there's actually going to be like no execute going on. Both teams just saving it. But was it CT side? It looks like they're actually gonna go B. It looks like they're feeling B. They actually put the 2 people that saved last round at B side here. Well, they only have actually 1 guy at A, so
yeah, they're going for a stack B maybe to get that AK baiting in some kills. I wanted to point out he tried to go for a mid presence kill and nobody was there. They all sat towards T spawn. But if you look at the economy, Kevin is the only guy that has above $1,000. Everybody else is. Their economy is awful, so they need to not do what they just did and trade. CP2 just died with only 1 kill going his way, which is normally good for a T, but this is an anti-eco. And you want to keep your economy up, so that if you do lose that 4th round, you're not going to have to eco and immediately give them a 2nd round win.
yeah, it looks like actually they're gonna actually go B here when they have the AK there with full armor and an AK. Looks like they're just gonna push in a site. 3 people pushing in a site. 1 guy's gonna be grilled, pushing up, and Rad able to get the kill on the Kevin. Rad able to get another one, and having able to trade that. Amaze, the last guy left with his 16 health. Added coming from CT side, and will he be able to see him? Yes, he does.
That is an
amazing shots.
Incredible round played out by Adderal for Jesus, and I just want to point out that Velocity Esports played that so poorly. You can't go in trying to take one-on-one fights and duels like that. You need to either do the buddy system or just hit it as a team, not like in a single file line.
Yeah, the guy, Nubucks, just completely demolished him. He just was able to peek out, get a kill, and he had no, like, no one coming to go get him. Like, he basically had free reign. And with Havoc just at the spools area, he basically just had an AK backing him up the entire time. But Onyx, actually, he's gonna get a fast kill, and
Hollywood
Velocity
stepped
just
it
has
up
a
as well.
free B-site. They just have a free B-site now, and they still have a 5v2, but Hollywood able to get taken down by a nade.
Hollywood
3
gets
health.
Kobe'd, Onyx gets hit through the smoke down to 3 HP, but CP2 has 96 HP, armor, and an M4. Kevin has a Galil and armor and full HP, so this is looking like if they don't get any more kills for the CT side, they need to call this save. Their economy is in shambles. The only person that has anything is Edit at 4,200.
Yeah, what is it? Most bomb plant position is terrible for the T side right now. If they're maybe able to get the kill Dark, they could actually win this round. But right now, they're just straight now. CPT able to get a crucial frag on a ST. In the there's a defuse coming out, but he's not able to get the defuse all the way. Mazed able to pick him up as well as Kevin. Just a couple shots going out. Kind of sloppy bomb plants, but besides that, it went out pretty well. I mean, they could have gone there with a lot less sloppy, but besides that, I think it was kind of Adderal. They just misplayed that. They could have secluded the guys' A sites, B sites, but they just weren't able to get the kill fast enough for that.
Yeah, I just want to point out, it's like Adderal for Jesus hasn't practiced on how to hold B with their two-man setup. It's when they're on an eco, they try and play aggressive and just get destroyed by pistols. And when they're on a buy, they're ecoing, they try to play passive in the site. They definitely need to take their economy and try to get it up. You can't play for one trades. You need that economy on CT, so you have to set up crossfires.
Yeah, they actually have another 4B here when it looks like they're actually going to go A. Onyx, for some reason, picked up an op. I don't know if like they misread the economy situation, but I definitely don't think an op's like needed for this economy at the moment. Looks like they actually may just try to do around the world here and go archway to B, which is going to be terrible for the T side actually. With the 4B setup, they may be able to pinch the guy's CT and take sight from that.
They're about to run into a full stack.
Yeah.
There's one. Onyx getting traded. Hollywood getting traded. CP2 dying. Amazed answering back by killing STW or SWT. Now it's in a 1v2 with Havoc and a 5-7 and no armor.
Yeah. So Havoc's gonna see if he can get him. Bomb is down though. If he plays bomb correctly, he's not gonna see it get picked up though. And Amaze is able to pick it up with no harm done.
If he can get this off and save, this would be an amazing eco round.
Yep. And it's right there, so he could just go right there. Is it the only
it's in
people
front of the
Havoc?
smoke actually, so it's being watched by Amazed.
I mean, he could try to like save it out, see if he can go for an exit here. But I definitely think he saw the AK there. He wants to save it, but he thinks it's too dangerous. He knows that there's two people on site. He knows that they're watching it. They know that the AK is there. They probably gonna want to save it. So Havoc's gonna see if he can exit while they go for the AK or whatever. So
yeah, I feel like if he can wait until bomb timer. Oh, there they grabbed off. I was gonna say, since it was on the ground, when the bomb blows up, they can go flying, and then he can get it. But it looks like he's gonna get one and get traded out. Velocity are playing these anti-ecos horribly. They're winning the rounds, but barely. I hate to see what's gonna happen this gun round.
yeah, what is it? The thing about these anti-ecos, I mean, they're winning the rounds, but guns are just being like completely destroyed. Like they're losing all their players, they're losing armor. They have to buy all nades again. They have to buy an AK again. They have to buy an op again. Like. You have to buy all this utility just to be able to go into the next round, and even now, like they've opted to do a full buy when Adderal is still on a save here. So
yeah, I think they're relying too much on an op at CT. They're going to give them 5T rounds, and that's risking it. You better win those next 9 rounds because 10-5 is like bottom line what you want. You never want to go 9-6 or even below that on CT side.
But yeah. It looks like they're actually going to see if they can do an A take this time. What is it? Kevin spots him, balcony, but just not able to get the kill, turning Elliot into a 39 HP warrior here.
I think Velocity Esports is seeing that they can take arch control very easily, and they're abusing it now.
They pretty much have like no one taking that, and Kevin able to take out Havoc with only leaving 2 people on site. One guy, first oranges, is able to get taken out, and last guy is Newbox. Although he got a kill, he went down fighting. He was able to get straightened out by Mamaze. Now it's in a 4v2 situation. 2 people are going to be banana. And with the aggressive op in CT, they may actually opt to go CT here. Let them not get any exits.
That would be great now that they have Onyx securing CT. This is the best eco round so far for them, or quasi-buy, whatever you want to call it. They're anti-eco, only one person died and they got bomb plant, so that's the extra $800 per teammate.
Yeah, they pretty much, what is it, the way they've been buying, especially on eco rounds, is incredibly questionable. Like, even if they do buy AKs, that basically, if they buy an AK, that basically puts them in the position there that the enemy team can basically trade 2 for 1, get that AK, save it, or basically use it to get 2 more other kills. Like, it's incredibly risky for them.
Yeah, we're about to see it come in. I thought Click was going to be the offer because he had saved while everybody else had quasi-bought last round, but it looks like Edit is most likely picking up the op.
Actually, they don't even opt to get an op on. Actually, that's kind of questionable. They have the money to do it. Especially on CT side, Inferno, it's incredibly versatile, especially with those close corners. Like, so it's like it's actually gonna be they're actually gonna see if they can do a default here, get early banana control. 2 people are gonna play banana here, just see what they can do. They have a kind of a little bit of aggressive smoke in front of the car, so both teams playing are very passive, just trying to get a kill. That's it. So.
It was a very questionable spot Rad G is playing. If they lob a flash over, he's open to it from almost every angle. I would almost say he should hide behind sandbags if he's going to play it, and Click should have baited for him, but it looks like they don't have any more smokes on their whole. They only have 1 smoke, and there's only there's a whole minute left. This is poorly used smokes by Adderal for Jesus. This is almost why this is so CT-sided, is you can smoke off choke points like mid or B, where there's only a couple ways into the site so easily.
Was it they thought they were going to do aggressive play there, and they used their smokes really early on to stop any aggressive pushes coming out, but they just basically just held out the entire time. It looks like they're actually going to do a 5 push A site with 3 people on A. They have 1 guy Arch just watching it. They're only going to have 1 guy Pits and Kevin able to take him out, so having able to actually take 2 people out, turning into a 4v2. A great position for, Adderal. There's a couple of fights going out, and ST, they're able to take him out, but Amaze, last guy left on T side, not able to get the kill, and with 10 health, you can blame him.
That was a decent try by Velocity Esports. They sent 2 out of balcony room and 3 up lane. But the problem with it was they didn't have the flashes they needed. The guy Pit, he was just staring up at balcony without any flashes. Usually when you go out, you're going to want to bank it off the long haul so it can flash the guy in Pit or something. They didn't even have a smoke off Pit. So he was able to just get a free trade, and then the guy's lane looked Pit and got double killed from the guy on site.
That's one of the things with some lower tier teams, whatever. Like, none of them use flashes, and especially how versatile they are. Basically, if you use a flash, you can basically guarantee a kill on CT or even like T side, which is incredibly nice. The CT side, basically, if you get a kill just with a flash or whatever, you can play incredibly passive because that's basically putting the T's in a position where they have to all push one side to have a chance. Because if it turns into a 2v3, the CTs can easily defend that if they play their angles right.
Yeah, you have 1 guy on balcony holding if they push up lane or come out of balcony room, which 2 people, Hollywood and another T, pushing up long haul. You have 1 guy creeping up mid with an op by himself, which is very dangerous. He's holding 1 angle at a time without any smokes. If they peek the angle he isn't holding, that's just a 1. That's not even a 1-for-1 trade. That's just 4v5. Luckily for them, there's nobody mid right now.
Yeah, both teams playing are pretty passive, although they have an aggressive peek in a long haul here. Actually, you have 1 guy Car at B sites, just holding behind. The flash is coming out, CP2 sees it, he peeks out, but CP2 is not able to get the kill. Rad able to get a nice, easy crag with liminal, or limited health loss, so.
Yeah, I want to point out that that flash, you can turn from it for days. And CP2 was able to turn from it and not get flashed, but he still took the solo peek without the logs guy peeking with him. That was just bad communication on their part. You see at the A side 2 frags going out. The whole team just gets slaughtered within 4 seconds. That's
oh my gosh. That's why you
something.
gotta use smokes, kids.
You can't just creep in sight just because you see 1 person or 2 people banana and you get the kill. There's no reason for somebody to rotate off A, so you're gonna still have to execute A. You're not gonna be able to walk up A.
Yeah, it's incredibly easy for CTs to hold A site. Basically, if you have a smoke like balcony or even pits, it basically nullifies that other player, and you can just line of sight, 1 guy's sights or any other guy. So they took a chance, they just shift locked it in, and they just got demolished. But looks like they actually just going to do an aggressive push A. They have a smoke here. Looks like they're actually going to call it off. Surprisingly, I thought they would have pushed through that with a flash or whatever. But
I wanted to point out they used their utility before they had even gotten contact. They smoked off CT, and one smoke and one molly had caused them to stop. If you rush, you need to have one of the 5 players have a smoke out and just drop it on that molly and keep going. Because now it's almost telecommunicating that these guys are going A now. They're not going B anymore.
But yeah, I would have still gone B this round, but looks like they're actually gonna stick to A here. They're actually gonna have 4 people push arch side. They have a molly down though, so they're not gonna be able to go into CT. Which is ST able to take out a maze, but Kevin able to take it out swiftly, turning it into a 3v3, which is great for the T side. Although CP2 single-handedly got caught in Banana, able to get taken out by Rad, and that's basically their entire B push just gone.
This A site is all up to this man in pit. If this man in pit gets traded out, that's at least a plant, but now they're rotating somebody at Moto. Creeping into site, looking towards lane, kills the guy with balcony, fights the guy lane on site, and that's an easy kill for the 2 people at A.
Yeah, there's pretty much no harm there. They went both. Only thing with doing that, like 1v1, is, especially in pit or whatever, if you play around pillar, you can basically nullify any other person that's pushing lane or arch. You can just line of sight the guy, apps, and basically kill him before any other person truck side can actually even get a shot on you. So I would have much rather preferred like either a 2 balcony or a 2 truck side, maybe like smoke off pits and go from there. But they had, in the position that they were, they just wanted to get into sites, maybe get a couple lucky shots or whatever, and get the bomb plant. But besides that, I wouldn't have seen that working. So
it looks like the Velocity Esports T side are actually taking advantage of the pause for ping to go over tactical. So this is a free tactical pause for them. They need to use it wisely. And if you look, they're starting to let the CTs get rounds, and they're building up their economy. One person at 1,000, but you have Rad at 8,000, you have Click at 6,000, you have Havoc at 5,000. Like, once that economy on CT gets built up, it's hard to get rounds together. You're gonna have to break them 2 or 3 times to get them to eco.
Was it? Yeah. Was it especially such a great economy? Like basically all the rounds that Adderal have won, they've won with minimal loss. So let's just see what's gonna go on here. Like, just gonna pause. I'd also like to bring up at the end of this game, Tjay has actually gone through a favor and is going to give away a Op Hyper Beast. So also, if we get to 50 viewers by the end of the match, he will also give away a, what is it, is it a stack track, or?
No, it's just a Victoria. It's something to add on with an op. Like, you gotta have a nice looking CZ to go with a nice looking op, you know?
Uh-huh. Was it? Yeah, so easy. Like, you have nothing to pay to actually get into the giveaway. All you gotta do is be viewing, and you basically just got a free entry into it. So at the end of the match, we'll be giving away one of those, and if we get 50 viewers, we will be giving away 2 of those.
I want to point out something very, I'm not trying to be harsh here, but very idiotic to Velocity Esports are doing. I even see pro teams do this, and they get scolded by players like Dazed and Steel, players with great minds in this game. Amazed and Kevin has body armor, and Amazed has head armor, and that's it. Nobody else bought it. So why are you spending 1,700 on a round that you're supposed to be ecoing? It's basically a throwaway round, and if you win it, that's great. But you need to save that economy for your team. It's a team-based game, and you can't pug it out and just rely on, if I get head armor, I might win this round.
Was it? I also might want to point out that giveaway is only for followers, so you have to be following if you actually want to be into the giveaway. So actually, it looks like they're just going to do a 5 into apps here. They have no one actually challenged the maps. They have free reign of that.
I can tell you what's about to go on. Either they're about to get an amazing entry, or it's about to be a slaughter from Edit and his buddy Havoc.
What is it? They have one flash going out, and I don't think they're going to be able to turn away from it. The flash is perfect. They're able to blind everyone, but that just isn't enough. They just get taken down. ST able to get taken down, but CB2 and Kevin able to pick that up again.
And the bomb is stuck in pit.
Oh no.
So that bomb has to make a sight with 2 people peeking him, and a guy running around lane. I have to say, they actually used their flashes this round, but now they're stuck in a really sticky spot. Now one person rotating around the lane, going into apps, so now they're giving them 1v1s if they take them.
Was it? Yeah, they're in a terrible position now. One guy apps, one guy truck, and one guy archway, all pushing him. Havoc getting 2 incredible good kills.
That was some nice spray transfer. Yeah. Kevin had that handed to him on a silver platter, and he pooped the bed right there. And because of that, Havoc wasn't having it. He spray transferred right over to Kevin.
Yeah, that was just incredible taps, man. First one was just nice, just one tap there, but just the transfer onto the guy Pitts. Basically needing no help, a one-man army, showing his best, so.
Onyx, hopefully Onyx can go big here. They need to maybe back up the operator. Don't send him so low. Send him to a site, let him get that entry, because that's what they're struggling with. They keep getting traded for 2-for-1 trades, and look at this banana control with the mollies. You molly off card, they respond by triple nading you and throwing a molly down banana. And because of that, CP2's in a really sticky spot, about to die
he
without
keeps
a
fighting. Like, he just kept fighting there. He kept fighting. Like, he wanted that kill. Like, there's pretty much no situation, especially with two people banana, that you're gonna be able to get that unless you hit your first two bullets. Like, definitely just peeking there was not the right decision. He could have had a maze that was right behind him to help him peek with that, and then double peek from that. But just him
And it's
peeking.
almost going to be impossible to take B if they use their smokes wisely. They have one on Rad, and the Arch player still has a smoke, so if he knows that smoke from Arch, that's a lot of time with only 50-something seconds left now.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the Arch player wasted his smoke for no reason at Arch.
Okay. Okay, well, it is a 4v5 though. They have two people B, so if they do like get a couple of nice flashes out, get a execute going on, they can actually pretty easily take this site here. Do they have any Molotovs? Actually, I don't know if they do here on these sites. Actually, they
Quick
do.
moving from a very defensive spot to a spot that can easily get smoked out, like he's about to rotate. I think they're just getting the match jitters now that nothing's going on. I think Adderal is calling for random rotates, and it's going to work in their favor. They have 3 people at B right now, and the execute's about to come down.
Just Molotovs everywhere. Click able to get a first shot onto Hollywood and another one onto Kevin.
Actually, another third. Him showing he said, that's my beat site. You get out of here, Velocity. We're about to win this 10-5. This is our CT.
Just an amazing use of cover by Click going on there. Just like able to peek out, get a couple kills, able to peek out, and just using that fountain to perfection.
I don't know if that was a snap buy from CP2. This is a really bad buy if they decide to go for it. CP2's at $0. Hollywood's having to deagle up, has $700, and 3 people are in Glocks. Oh, it looks like the late buy comes in, but what kind of buy is this? They have 3 smokes, a couple flashes, deagles, and Onyx is saving with 2 AKs and 2 deagles and armor. This is...
I don't think there's a plan behind this, to be honest.
It looks like they're on tilt.
Maybe they just wanted, like, just in a complete demolish from that round, just wanted them to get, like, another kill. Maybe they're thinking about if they win this round, they can maybe put Adderal's economy in shambles. But right now, like, pretty much, even if you win every single round after this, like, they're still going to have an economy for next one, so...
Here comes the execute over to A. Let's see if it's fake or if they're going to go. It looks like they're going with Hollywood entering with a deagle. Looking like he's holding that smoke for his teammates to turn up lane. And there's a nice, well-executed molly coming out from the CT side. And now they know it's A, and they're just waiting now with the execute kind of out of their favor. Well, Kevin gets an entry into Graveyard onto Edit. 2 people watching him from Moto, gets another one and gets traded. Havoc going big, getting a 2K, keeping them in this round.
Yeah, still an eco though, but I mean, Click able to go down, now turning it into a 2v1, and last guy.
Havoc being lit, both of them, the 3 alive, but with 1 lit and 1 next to him, they decide to try to take the site without their teammate, and they're probably about to lose the round, which they should have won. If they would have won that round, this would have been nine rounds they could have gotten up to, and now it's about to be tied.
Playing the angle, yep, and just in a beautiful shot on Rab. They should not have won that round at all.
No, that was their round to lose, and well, they lost it.
That's like you're being rewarded for a stupid play there. Like they were able to get the kills. Like it wasn't incredibly stupid, but they were able to get the first entries and basically go from there. It's nice headshots coming from that, but basically it's infuriating seeing something like that. But besides that, let's get into the next round. They do have an op going out on T side here. Both teams have healthy buys going on. But Velocity, even though that's they won that, like, what is it, they were up to lose that round, like, they still really needed that round. Turning it into a 6-6, like, it's incredibly good for the T side.
It was starting to look like a decent CT half for Adderal for Jesus. They had 5 rounds strung together, looking to get another 5 and make it 10-5, but with some risky plays not rewarding them, now it's tied up.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Adderal is actually going to do a 1 guy pit, 1 guy balcony, and 1 guy arch at A here. Have a lot of, they're not playing aggressive at all, they're pretty much just playing passive here. Would like to see something aggressive going out, but looks like they're actually just pushing, all 5 of them are going to push into A side, no lurkers at all.
Oh,
to see what they can do.
Money Nade comes out from Edit, dropping 2 players, almost sub 50. Trading on the site, 3v3. Looking good for the T's if they'll quickly take site while there's still one. They're rotating over. That's another pick from Hollywood onto the Arch side. One guy pit getting mollied out, and they have no clue who's there. And he just walks into a molly and dies. I guess he likes mollies.
Oh, he could have possibly like got a couple of kills there from Molly. I don't like they think they know he was there, especially with one guy.
They thought it was clear with those mollies. He could have won the round right there, but instead he thought that was a hot tub. He just dove in.
Yeah, he did not know what was going on. Like the mirage
He's
there.
taking a 1v1 for no reason, just because of the 1v3. He knows Hollywood's here. He kills Hollywood. That's a 1v3 turning to 1v1 really quick. Onyx with an op, playing after playing. He thinks he's pit. I think this is a setup for Onyx to win it.
Yeah, it's planted for Onyx.
And there you go. He hits the shot.
He took the chance. He thought it was pits. He didn't try to bait him out or anything to see if he was heaven. But right there, it was incredibly hard for Rad to actually win that. Even though he got the first 2 kills, he had no idea where the last T was. He could have been apps. He could have been pits. He could have been was it patio side? He could have even been arch side flanking him. But he had no idea where he was. So.
And it looks like they said we're finishing this 8-7. We're not risking. We're not going to give you that 8 rounds velocity, so they forced up with Havoc, Click, and Edit having not so great of buys at all. Edit, I would have almost rather said get a 5-7, get your smokes, get your mollies, get your flashes, but he goes for the rifle instead.
But yeah, they have incredibly limited utility on Adderal, especially with no Molotovs at all and only 3 smokes. Like, the reason it's so CT-sided on Inferno is because how close the channels are. Like, you basically all are funneled into one space, is like B side or A side, and you can use that one smoke to basically stop that space that you can go. So
Velocity playing the patience game very well. They flashed in for top banana and peeked and didn't see anybody because Velocity was hiding, and because of that they rotated 4A, and he's playing CT now at B. They smoke out CT, they flash CT, they have the sight without firing a bullet. And it looks like he is creeping back on site, but there still is only 1 B. And there goes the B player that rotated. It's a 1v5 here at B if they take it fast.
Was it right now? The last guy's on New Box here. Actually, it looks like he's going to go in dark. Was it Hollywood's having a nice lurk coming in at our side, and he's actually able to get one guy from it. But besides that, they have one guy B. They're pushing in fast, and CP2 is able to take out Rad. But from that, turning into a 3 feet. Oh my gosh! Onyx with the shot of the century onto Havoc. I was for sure that Havoc would have been able to get that kill with the mag there, but sadly,
that was a nice shot over by Onyx. I want to point out that Rad, even though he was the only CT that got a kill this round, he had it set up with 3 people in his crosshair, and he whiffed about 15 bullets and then tapped down 1 player and got traded.
It's definitely like a poor performance from him, but right now, Velocity's in a very good spot. CP2's staying a little bit more on site than he should have, but he has enough help for him to stay alive here.
CP2, for some reason, just playing it risky there. Doesn't want an ender defuse to come in.
Yeah. Stay a little bit longer than welcome here, but ST just watching what can happen. He actually gets a couple shots into Hollywood, taking him down to incredibly low HP. I think that was like 16, but...
What Adderal needs to do is they need to get map control of something. Your CTs, you gotta have map control. You gotta wave around the big stick and say, hey, we're CTs. So I would smoke off bottom banana, throw 2 mollies, 2 nades, make sure if they're in banana, they're dead before you fire a bullet. And you have full banana control. It almost forces them to either make a play to take banana or go A. So at that point, you can just keep smoking out bottom banana, have one guy there, maybe your opper, if you have the money for it, and 4A. And that's basically the round right there without a bullet being fired.
You know, think about Adderal, it's a bit they've been playing incredibly predictively. Like, maybe if they decided to take an aggressive peek at a balcony, they could have gotten an easy kill, just because they haven't been doing that at all. They have not one round have they gone away from the site. They've always stayed by the site, like, been incredibly unentertaining, I'll say. But besides that, I definitely think they had to get a lot more control of the map, especially on Inferno here. Like, with these close corners that they are, you can basically, if all 5 players like funnel people into B, with no smokes there, you can basically just all get information. So
and there you go, have it. He balls up, he takes the peek, he makes his team, he gives his team the advantage, knowing that they're on a really crappy buy. You have a FAMAS and 257s up, and it looks like they stacked the lower tier weapons and lower tier buys over towards B, and they're about to hit CP2 and friends are about to take B. CP2 takes the peek alone without his team, and somehow gets the kill, gets saved by Amaze. gets traded, and then Amaze gets a double kill entering the site. And that's a 2v3 in the favor of the T's.
Yeah, what is it? Last rounds that they have to go for it. It looks like Edit actually with the 5-7. He has limited utility though, so I don't know how he's gonna be able to take that. Havoc able to get one on Amaze with Edit coming up, but Kevin able to punish him for that. Just a nice one tap coming from Kevin. And
that's Onyx finishing it off.
Yep.
That's a 9-6 half in favor of Velocity Esports. That's a great half for them. Usually teams only get 3 to 5 rounds on their T half.
It's definitely a lot of rounds they should not have won. I definitely think the one round that they ended up rage buying into that won them basically bolted them into the 6-9 half.
Oh, and definitely. It was a really dumb buy, and they should have lost it, but you know, with some mistakes from the CT side and some nice shots coming out from the T side, they took the round.
So right now, it looks like it's CT side, Velocity's on a really good position. If they win this pistol, especially no doubt in my mind that Velocity will win this game, unless they completely whiff. I mean, they should at least have this game. Adderal, they basically have to win this pistol round to be able to tie this up here and get some gun rounds after that. Right now, I'd say it's pretty close.
And definitely, it's almost every caster says that the second round pistol is the most important round out of them all, but it's true. If you lose and you're Adderal, you're coming from what should be 12-6 in favor of a CT side, and if you win, you can tie it up and maybe have a spark of a chance to get that confidence rolling.
Yeah, it looks like they're just pushing into ours incredibly fast, right? Able to take out Onyx, and the last guy left, CP2 and Pitts, trying to fire off some shots here, seeing what's going to go on. The two people CT turning this into a 3v3 here, but Edit and ST holding our side, seeing what's going to go on. Amay is going to see if he can take a pit, but Edit able to peek that. ST going to be right in the back though, able to take out one and able to take out two. Just wow.
Their entries on the site, they traded very well. At one point, it was looking more in the CT's favor, but then they traded out Hollywood, took that site, and well, no kills from the CT side after that.
Yeah, I definitely think the CTs should have played a little more aggressive on Banana. They saw that no people were Banana, so that basically just tells out that, especially on pistol round, that they're going to go A. And
now
if
let's hope this T side plays their anti-ecos better than Velocity to keep that money up. Make sure you can buy even after a loss.
Looks like Hollywood's going to be taking a. She's just going to go baby room here, dark room. Two people long hallway. Actually, going to do a stack on A here. See what's going to go on with only one guy B. So.
Yeah, if they want, if one soul walks up these stairs, he's not leaving alive. But it looks like there's creeping. Is this CT? Is he gonna? Or is this T gonna creep up these stairs and just get completely obliterated? Click.
Yeah, actually, if he ends up going onto a stack and jumping from there, like that may be bad. But he's gonna be naded out.
3 nades going in. Hollywood, you just got murdered out of that room.
And that's gonna force actually Kevin and CP2 to actually back off here with no
and
backup.
A double kill, money just raining on Havoc. He's getting ones dropped on him.
Completely destroyed. Like all faith just gone downhill from that.
See, that's the difference on your T side. You need to use the nades, use your team together to take control of areas. You can't just walk up. I didn't expect them to play it that well. I thought they would just walk up the stairs and get shot, but no. They sent 3 nades into that room, killed him, and then Havoc just going off on the 2 running back from long haul with their tail in between their legs.
Yeah, definitely humorous there. Just nade. Like, it's basically no way he could get out of that. It's like poorly timed nades, but besides that, like he just got demolished there. Maybe if he would have stayed there, they would have had a really good crossfire. But basically, from getting that kill into baby room, completely destroyed their entire strats. And
well, yeah, they saw their buddy. They saw their buddy in dark room. They're saying, "Hey," they see 3 nades, and his body's blown up. They get scared, and they turn back and run.
Yeah, PTSD, man.
There you go.
Gonna be thinking about that for a long time.
And what is this force? Are you kidding me? Velocity Esports, you're so much better than this.
They have 4 FAMASs and 1 UMP. If this actually works out in their favor, I'm gonna be incredibly pissed. They do have actually don't know. Maybe they're trying to cut Adderal for like a loop here, trying to get them off guard, maybe see if they can get some kills. I mean, maybe if they play their corners correctly, they can actually get this. But besides that, Adderal does have 2 AKs. It looks like actually 3 of them are going to end up pushing mid. Onyx getting incredibly low, but CP2 able to trade out ST and actually get out of there with 7 HP. One guy's going to be Arch, so able to trade some shots out, but Havoc will take him out. Two people pushing into Arch side and 2 people pushing into... Actually, one guy's going truck side. Looks like they're actually going to be a little more passive now. Now they got a pick here. You know that CP2 is incredibly low, so...
Yeah, I see CP2 and Onyx, they must have taken a fight and CP2 traded out Onyx, but with 7 HP left, you're playing 4v5 with a guy that's crawling, he's bleeding out, and you have a terrace side, they're looking hungry, they want that A site. This is an awful buy, you have the round lead, you're on CT side, give them this round, let it be 9-9, get a healthy buy-in. Why do you have 4 from Moth? Oh, why do you have an It makes no sense to me why they took this buy. CP2 taken out even with 7 HP, killing the Click trying to come out from balcony room.
Yeah, just the angles really correctly, turning into a 3v2 here. One guy's in pit though, so they have to be fully aware of that. If they did not get the kill soon,
there it is.
There we go.
Oh, a little team damage coming in. Slow down, Havoc. Trigger happy.
Was it right now? I mean, was it Ed is able to get 1 kill, and he knows where the last guy is, so basically it's a lost cause for Velocity, and now they're in a terrible position. Kevin has no utility, and with a UMP, one guy with an AK, and one guy with a Moss, he has no way for getting back at this, but Kevin...
He takes the kill!
It's
a 1v1.
He was able to get it, and that was really low. He only has 1 bullet.
Havoc White Beaks with 2 bullets! Finishes him off with a glove. A well-needed round for his team, and now, with how it's playing out, it might be 10-9 before Velocity buys. Let's see if they go for the force. I don't think so. I think they're saving. They know what they did wrong, and they're going to fix it.
Yeah, now they basically have to save for about... They have to save full save for another round, basically turning into a 10-9. And if they lose that gun round, it's basically a 12-9, which is a terrible position for Velocity there. I mean, if they would have saved that round, they would have gotten a lot more healthy buy, maybe even an op on there. So it would have been a lot better, but I mean, it was the wrong choice, force buying that round. Maybe they're thinking like, yo, we may be able to catch off our opponents, like this buy up here, we'll catch them off, they're going to be with SMGs, but even with that, there's going to be a couple of people with like AKs, because they know they're going to try to do that, so...
Yeah, you see Amazed, I think he is, he's using a one-way towards Banana. And no T's are peeking into him.
Yep. Both teams playing it pretty passive, just trying to get some information, playing the default here. They haven't taken control of Banana net. They're actually gonna see if they can shift up Banana, see if they can get any information here. Besides that, they can't really find anything, they can't find a kill, but they have full control of Banana now, which is gonna put the CTs basically on pressure. They're not gonna know exactly where they're gonna go, and Edic's gonna throw actually a Molotov in the new box, and you're gonna get a maze right out of position here. Push him out, but they're just gonna actually go A this time, and Kevin and CP2 on that boost right there, actually gonna peek right into him, and Kevin able to pick him up. Kevin able to get another kill in favor of the CT side, turning into a 2v3. ST taking down Onyx, and one guy in pits, and now it's just a 2v2 right now. Almost an incredible position for Velocity, almost taking it back in their favor, but right now, it's incredibly hard for them to take it back. I mean, maybe if ST, but he takes a kill on Hollywood. Hollywood just not able to get the first bullet on there. So
Amazed just needs to take this AK and save it. Go and run. No, why are you... No, go save.
You shouldn't go for this. You have no kit, you have no armor, 41 health. Like, it's a lost cause there. Like, if you get shot once, then you're basically dead, especially with bullet tag. It basically makes you nullified if you actually get shot, just because the bullets, when it hits you, your screen just jumps incredibly, so...
Yeah, you gotta know when to take fights and when not to, and that was a fight Amaze should not have taken.
They keep playing defaults here. Like, they're able to get a buy now of Onyx with an op, able to get taken down, but it's incredibly low. 2 T's here. So
yeah, you have 2 T's, sub 50 HP, and Onyx sitting around 67, so that definitely went in the favor of CTs right there.
Especially if they do try to take a site, that's incredibly easy kills. Unless they have a flash going out where they can actually get a kill from that, but besides that, incredibly easy kills for CT. They just need 2 bullets to be able to finish them off, so...
T is taking their taking their time to take control of apartments, which is how they should play. You see a smoke coming off her mid, that's one choke point being smoked.
Yeah, just basically a pretty default execute coming out. ST is gonna molly out new box. But they're gonna have two people inside. One guy's gonna be CT and one guy's gonna be orange here. Let's see what they can do with a nice crossfire going out. If they do not smoke out CT here, it's gonna be incredibly hard for them to actually get into the site. Just one guy CT and one guy oranges is incredibly powerful.
Let's see how this crossfire favors Velocity or if they get betrayed.
Hollywood able to, what is it, die from click there just by his force of a might, and Havoc able to take out a maze. Once an amazing crossfire.
Ooh,
This
CP2.
damage. CP2 shooting through
he's
smoke
bringing
and
his team
being
back
rewarded
into it.
for it. So right now in a 3v3, it's a really good plant scenario right now for the T's though. They have two people on site and one guy banana, which is really good for the T's right now. Although they're pushing the site kind of aggressively. ST sees CP2 and is able to take him out. They know one guy's grill. Kevin able to take out ST and Kevin able to take out another guy. They know last guy's banana. He's in smoke right now. He has not heard the defuse though. The defuse, he peeks out. He's able to get one.
He gets both of them.
Transfers. Oh
That was
my
an amazing play by Rad and an awful miss shot by Onyx.
Yeah, Onyx had to make that shot. Like, basically, that whole round laid in his hands. His teammate put his trust in him to defuse the bomb while he covered his back and basically let him down there. So
Now you're seeing them having the eco, giving Adderal a 3-round lead if they play their cards right.
yeah, I don't know why Onyx was covering with an op. It seems kind of silly to me, but right now they're just pushing up in the banana incredibly fast. So they get 2 kills, and that's actually working for the CTs. I think the CTs wanted 2 people to rush up banana to make it seem like they're going for a heavy information play on banana here.
This
they have
is
3
actually
people site.
a commonly used pug strat, and I think Adderal for Jesus knows this. I think that's why they're not committing to the site yet.
Mm-hmm. And right now, they're just seeing if they can get some information, because right now, that's all the information they have. For all they know, they can have 3 people A site and just do that. Like, it looks like they're actually going to go for it. They do have Molotovs to be actually doing it, but actually, no, never mind, they have bomb mid. They're just going to see if they can do a fake here. Kevin gets Molly out from oranges. Yeah, they have a free A site, which is going to be the site that they're going to go to here. 5 people A sites, pretty much. Lost cause for Velocity. Nothing really much more to talk about there, so.
Honestly, Velocity should just save their chest armor CP2. All he has to pay is $350. He gets head armor. They should just save and not give that extra money for the kill towards the T's. Which it looks like is what they're doing.
Yeah, what is it? They're able to get it's maybe if they switched out positions in the last round or whatever. But I don't know. Lingering on the past, but right now, I mean, they do have some armor, CP2, and do have armor here, full armor that is, so they'll be able to buy fully next round with that. So
From what it's seeming like Hollywood thinks, if they just stack up their mollies a day and wait for the XQ, that's what they should. That's what will bring them the win. But in my opinion, they need to use those at B. Get that B control.
yeah, what is it? They don't want them to get any guns here on Adderal side, so. Looks like they're actually going to get another buy going on Velocity. Basically, they have to win this round. If they don't, they're turning into a 14-9, unless they actually force to go for a eco and actually win that. And actually, they're getting a double op setup from CP2 and Onyx. So that's going to be quite interesting. CP2 is actually going to go banana, while Onyx is going to end up going, connector here, or balcony, looking into apps. See what's going to go here, but can't really find anything.
Yeah, CP2 is just holding the passive angle, waiting for a T to just walk into his crosshair, and if he does, that should be an easy kill for CP2.
Unless they fast peek him, just like jump around the corner, and like it should be a really nice kill, especially if they try to challenge him here. But it's taking a lot of utility to take this banana area, making a lot of noise.
And CP2 here, he's not giving it up easily. This is something they need to at least do, at least fight for car. Don't let them execute on you. If you're going to give them banana, take car.
Mm-hmm. Was it right now? They actually flashed their own opponent, but CB2 able to take down ST. And that first shot just put a lot of questions in Adderal if they want to go for which site they want to go for. So, but Onyx, he's holding the angle here. He's actually gonna, is it see Rad? I don't know what Rad's doing. Like he's trying to see if he can spot Onyx here. But
Onyx with sneaky beaky angle, and I think Rad's got onto it. This is gonna come down to and Rad
he
looks like he's
backs
falling
off.
back.
Yeah. I don't know if like he learned that from another game, like if he did that from another game, but I definitely think it's an awkward angle for him to hold that. Maybe he thought he was gonna peek into boiler, but it looks like they're gonna do a 4B here. Just 4B. Actually, they're gonna have one guy go with CT here, and basically one guy's gonna be solo on sites. They're gonna do a double smoke on the CT, and only 10 seconds left on the clock. I don't even think they're gonna be able to plan.
They gotta get that bomb down. And CP2
yeah, they have to
coming
get
up
the
with
bomb
a
down.
massive triple kill to win them. Is this the ace coming from CP2?
Oh no, Rad takes him out in an incredibly crucial round. Velocity. Right now though, Adderall's economy is just so high, it's gonna be incredibly hard to put a dent in it, so.
Yeah, you have Rad over here sitting with 9k, so there's definitely going to be two nice buys coming in before they have to eco.
They still got the double up setup going on, so they lost minimal people in that round, so. Right now, just seeing what they can get, seeing if they can get some information, a little bit aggressive peeks onto middle here. One guy's gonna be in Mexico, so. He's gonna go on there. Kevin heard the jump into apps, so he knows one guy's gonna be apps there. Besides that, that's pretty much all the information they have this round. So
yeah, they're fighting for banana control, but giving apps control. Adderal needs to see this and just execute A of using that apps control they've been given.
yeah, Maze actually he had a one-way. He actually had the perfect angle. There's no pre-fires going on. Banana, the perfect angle, but he just missed his shots and he had to back off because of it.
Yeah, you're just seeing CP2 holding the kind of common CT angle with the op, and a Maze supporting him from sight, throwing that nade in.
Yeah, both teams playing pretty passive here. CTs aren't going for information. They don't want to get risked of getting picked off here. T's look like they're actually gonna do a 5-man execute onto the B side here. One guy's gonna be CT on CT side, and one guy's actually gonna be Fountain. And they see the Molotovs going out. Maze throwing a molly, but is it gonna be able to do any damage in time? CP2 able to get a kill onto Rab, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. And Maze gets taken down
CP2
with a
one.
kill though. So now it's a 4v3, and that's incredibly doable for the CT side.
The T is whiffing the CT smoke, giving CP2 the luxury of walking through CT. Takes down Havoc.
CB2 turning up to win these rounds for him. Incredibly, just single-handedly winning the rounds. Hollywood able to take out Edit, and the last known survivor, ST,
SWT.
backside.
Just gets taken down by Onyx's pistol.
I was hoping we would get a Hiko play there, but Crosshair placement was a little bit too low and just wasn't able to get the first shot. So yeah, what is it right now?
That was a great round win for the CT side. 4 stayed alive, they didn't lose any ops, they're building economy, and it looks like they're gonna take this game home if it keeps going like this.
But what is it, Adderal? They still have the economy to do this. There's a velocity, basically what's been going on with the rounds, why they've been losing rounds. CB2 just fixed that. He put the op B, and basically he single-handedly has been defending B.
Yeah, CP2, he said, I'm gonna go God mode these next couple rounds. I'm gonna get 2 to 3 kills every round. You're not winning with him. And they needed somebody like that to step it up, because beforehand, CP2 was lacking on the kills. He had like 7 or 8. Now he's up to 16 in, what, 3 rounds?
Yeah, the first half he only got 6 kills. Click actually able to get a fast kill on an Onyx, one of their main oppers, and Click able to get another one on a Hollywood. The last guy left. Actually, Kevin, I presume. Yeah, Kevin actually gets a guy taken down with a Molotov.
I'm telling you, man, these terrorists, they like running into Molotovs and giving up their life.
Was it Kevin taking a couple shots, able to take down Rad? A really good trade there, getting a lot more than what his life was worth for. So.
Yeah, you saw Hollywood and Onyx go down without a kill, so Kevin, he had to pull 3 kills out just to keep his team maybe in this round.
Right now, it's a 2v2 here. The CTs are coming in from both sides, though. They do have one guy in pit, which is a really great angle for the T's, though. They have a crossfire going on, so anything that's going on here, they can actually get a trade there. ST able to get without one kill, and CP2 just not checking his angles.
That was a great play. They had STW or SWT. He was playing contact. He shot the guy that went first in sight. Like it dropped him down to about 5 HP, and because of that, CP2 looked over, and then the guy on site just peeked and got a free kill onto CP2.
They're just not checking corners there. Maybe if he was able to get that, he could have used some utility to hit the bomb, but besides that, like I said, their CTs, both sides, just gonna end up doing a default again. No use going on here, so.
And it looks like the CTs they're playing it out. If they lose this round, this is probably the match.
Well, yeah, as it's right now. I mean, if they do win this round, that's a great advantage for the CT side. They're gonna be losing at a CB2 getting a key frag. Actually, that was Boost, actually. That was Woodstack. Beating that greatly, just able to hold the angle on there and able to take a bounce.
Yeah, CB2, he's been doing a really fun job at holding the banana control. The T's, they just need to exploit this A. They need to get the entries A, and that could win them the round if they focus more towards the A bomb site.
Yeah, right now, T's are pretty much split up here, pretty much just looking for information to see where they want to go. I definitely say A site's not the way to go, though. They do have the op there, Onyx with the op, holding it from Arch. They do have two people on site, so incredibly hard. Does get a smoke out, and he sees the guy, but he misses his shot. Three people coming in from truck side, but one guy's actually going to push Onyx here. Not able to see him. Kevin able to get a kill on Click, and able to get swiftly traded. Amaze able to get Brad. But besides that, Edit, last guy left alive. Onyx gonna meet up with him shortly. And flashes himself. Onyx missing his shots.
Edit tries to pick out the AK instead of reloading and gets punished by CP2 for it.
Oh my gosh, dear God. He actually flashed himself, then Onyx ended up missing his top shot there.
That was
a
crazy end of the round right there, but I have to give it to Velocity. They needed to pull out the round for the win, and they got it. So now it's about to be tied 13-13 if they play this anti-eco correctly.
Yeah, right now, just because they won that round, they're on a really, they're on the lowest losing bonus you can actually get, so only 1,400 if you lose. So right now, they're basically just going to do a fast rush B, but CTB2 is going to be right there. He gets one kill, he gets two kills, gets three kills, he takes out his pistol, but Ed is able to take him down for that. His pistol is not enough to stop any other people. Right now they have actually one guy Spools, amazing Spools, able to get an angle on him. No, he's not. Havoc gets taken down though by Maze. Last guy left Edit, 2 health though. He has to basically, he has to hit all of his shots there, with not missing a single one to actually being able to get that, so.
CP2 is not wanting to lose this game. He is stepping it up like crazy. He went from 6 kills all the way up to 21 within a matter of 4 to 5 rounds.
Single-handedly holding the match for him. Turned it out to be a terrible second half for them, actually bringing them back into it, so. Right now, they're going to opt to do a double op setup, which was working for them very well. So, right now.
Yeah, you've got a 5 AK buy versus 2 AKs and then 4 and 2 ops, so if they take those long range duels against the ops, this is looking to be GG. Looks like they're not really trying to take banana control, they just have Click holding for a push, but CP2 is doing the same thing, so if this standoff keeps going, CP2 is about to get a nice kill on whoever walks into his crosshair.
Yeah, right now, they did get banana control here, so they have 2 people with banana. They actually were able to get aggressive banana control, so they have 1 guy pushed up and 1 guy car here, so that's actually incredibly favorable for the CTs. Putting a lot of pressure on the T side because basically that puts it in the mind that they have to go A side unless they want to be in a death sentence. I definitely say that they have to basically go A, or either that or do a hard take on a banana, which is going to be incredibly hard. They have to make all of the shots there, so.
Well, in this situation, you need to get in the minds of the CTs, and this might seem like a crude thing to do, but you need to say who's the bottom fragger for that team. You see it's Hollywood. Find out the site he's at, kill him, get him tilted. You do stuff like that, it'll win you the round. So it looks like they are going towards their site. Rad about to open up the round if he can get the pick onto Kevin. He does get the pick onto Kevin. Hollywood and Pitt trades Rad out, but soon to be traded himself.
So yeah, he's holding the angle. Havoc able to pick him off through the wood, turning into a 3v4 situation. Now, 3 CTs left to defend this beautiful house here. This beautiful cache of weapons, I'd say. So, but it looks like they just gonna let it explode, let it get all destroyed. Oh, that's.
It looks like we're gonna go all 30 rounds if it keeps going like this.
Yep. Right now, it's actually, yeah, we actually probably will. They are able to save both the ops and the AK. They do have utility on all the players though, so that's going to be really good for that. Besides that,
yeah, Amazed and Onyx can definitely drop for Kevin and Hollywood, so they can get that full buy. But they need to use these ops and stop playing passive. Excuse my language, but he needs to grow up there and peek mid. Get that pick for his team. Get an advantage. So now you see CP2 with a great mid spawn, and it looks like he has the intention to go do exactly what I called out. He's either going to smoke mid and go for a fast JW picking apps, or he's going to flash over mid and peek and hopefully win out, because it seems like the T side uses no ops whatsoever, so as long as he takes these long range peeks against AKs and hits his shots, this should be a round toward CT side.
with this setup here, they do have both the ops. Like I said, they actually switched it up. Onyx is actually banana here this time. See what they can do there, which is actually a really good mind game in my opinion. CB2 happened to get a nice shot on ST in Mexico there. Just an incredibly nice shot to start out the game there.
And that's what he needs to do. He's been putting his teammates on his back, putting him in his Jansport and carrying them to CT side. And now look, he's opening it up onto SWT, who's been a great late round player for Adderal for Jesus.
Yeah, I definitely think Onyx was their main op to this game, but CP2 has been showing that he's been a better operator than him this game, so
yeah, CP2, he's got the big stick and he's going hunting.
Yeah, right now it's a 5v4, and that's basically opting all players on Adderal to actually go B here. A smoke does come out mid, but actually I think that's a poor smoke here. So
yeah, you have Rad, who's been excellent at getting these entries on the A from the site. You can even see Kevin being scared, looking towards balcony after the last round.
Now they actually have 2 people watching back. I definitely think they have a stronger setup. Especially doing like a crossfire there, but they're actually reading this perfectly. One guy went library to be able to hold that off, and being mollied off. Both teams being mollied off. Basically, all of them have to go on the truck side. The flash is great, but Havoc was just an amazing shot onto Hollywood. CP2 missing his first shots, getting his second one.
Now you see a 2v3 with bomb going down, and Amazed, he's having none of it. He tried to push in, and he whiffs hard on Edit, hits him down to 4. Edit comes back with 2 headshots. It looks like this round, and possibly the game, is going towards Adderal.
Onyx missing his shots there, just not able to take it. They are both on low health though. They have to win this round though.
Onyx pushing in with his pistol, getting smoked off, getting mollied, getting naded. There's no way he should be able to win this round. And there it goes, 5th match point, Adderal. I want to point out, Hollywood, he randomly peeks from pit, wide peeks with no help from sight. Leaves Kevin in an awkward spot when he gets taken out. But it looks like they're taking my advice and they're going towards the site.
I'd like to point out that Amaze just took an incredibly ballsy peek on the guy planting.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that. You have the man advantage, retake with your team. He goes in, he hits him down to 4, he completely
literally every single
every
person
other bullet.
The person that died was in a 1v1 situation. It should not happen when you have the person advantage. It should be one guy dies, then he gets swiftly traded by a CT, then it's a 2v1, and the same thing happens with the 2v1. It should not be 1v1 situation in every single aspect.
I would definitely blame that round on Hollywood for taking the 1v1 and losing it, and then MA is trying to kill Planter without his team being there.
And you also have to give props to Havoc there, just able to get the nice headshot onto him pits.
Yeah, he hit a nice shot, and then Edit, he said, you know what, I have 4 HP, I don't care, I'm gonna spray you down with a headshot, and then I'm gonna one-click this offer, and I'm gonna win this round for my team.
Yeah, right now, Velocity, they have to win this. They have to win this round to be able to keep going in this series right now. I mean, it is the season, so they can't win or lose multiple games with still staying in. But right now,
If
basically,
if they're looking to make main, the minimum loss they can have, if you go, you have to be 13-3 or better record than that to make main. I know us last season, we barely made main. We were like barely cutting it. We had 13 wins and 3 losses. So they have 4 wins right now, and if they lose this, they're gonna be 4-1.
right now it's incredibly bad. But they're Onyx able to get the first kill on them. Was it? They're going right through the smoke though, fully blinded. I don't think they're gonna see him. Amaze able to get the first kill, but
It's traded out, and it
ST
looks like
getting out.
it's a one-way on
CP2
top of.
making plays.
But then gets
Yo,
traded. Another one in garden.
Onyx, he's
And
gonna be
Onyx
right
holding
here.
the angle, waiting for the push. Why would you push? And Onyx closing out the round. That was a good 2K from
Wow.
Onyx.
Needed 2K. Just CP2 was able to get on top of Spool, was able to get one guy just by spraying on top of there. He almost actually got away from that. Was it? But I definitely think just is it the way they played there, Onyx in the destruction. Able to get that first kill. If he did not get that kill when he peeked there, it would have been a lost cause. Like it would have been a 2v2. It would have been incredibly hard. They've shown that their retakes haven't been good on Velocity side, unless it's one guy completely showing up. So.
Yeah, and you see a decent buy. Not that many nades on SWT, and you have a Galil on Rad, but this is definitely a buy they can close out the game with. So there's Kevin making a ballsy play and getting rewarded for it. He might have 5 HP left, but it's still a 5v4.
Yeah. The only thing that T's know is that he got heavily lit. Besides that, the only thing they know is that okay, it's a 5v4 now, so our playstyle completely. We can't do a fake. We can't really do anything like that. I mean, they could see if they can do a fake A, and I think if they actually do fake A, I think that would really work on Velocity. But it looks like they actually just play it incredibly safe here.
I think CP2's learned his lesson about rotating too soon. They see bombs, so now he's rotating, but it looks like we're about to see overtime, boys. It's the 2v5 in favor of CTs.
And yeah, basically, Adderal has to make all of his shots to be able to take it. Right now, was it last guy left? Edits. 2 people incredibly injured on the CT side, so he does have
If that it
35
wins
seconds
this
though.
1v4, I will give away a Op Asimov with the other Op.
Let's see, should I say that?
Let's be praying. He knows Hollywood's down there. He's gonna molly him out. He sees him on site. He gets the kill on site, and then he gets traded by Hollywood.
Would have been incredible. Like the Molotov, he should have waited for the Molotov to go off for a little bit. If he would have peeked from that, like I've seen too many people just Molotov and like just basically don't pay attention to it at all. Like when you throw a Molotov, basically you're using that to get someone out of a position so you can basically kill them more easily. Either that or just kill them with it. With something like that, you don't want to peek with it at all because that's basically if there is a guy behind there, you're peeking with it and the guy has to peek out of it. Molotov, which makes no sense in about using that. You may as well just peek without a Molotov.
Yeah, and just to point out, it's MR3, it's not MR5, so you only get 3 rounds on each half, so Velocity needs to get all 3 of these CT rounds and ensure that nice win.
Apparently, Hollywood's going to use the bathroom, or the powder room, however you want to call it.
Yeah, Hollywood's gonna go take a pee break, so we're gonna wait on him. And
He's a sippy cup with that, I like to say so.
And it looks like neither team has bought so far, but I guarantee you Chuck or CP2, he's gonna pick up that up.
Mm-hmm. And
And
right now,
I want to point out Kevin's been their star player. There's CP2 carrying them on the CT side, but Kevin, he's getting that 1 to 2 frags every round, keeping them in this. He's almost at a 30 bomb.
which is incredibly like, isn't technically a 30 bomb in one game, but still, even in like OT1, it's still kind of impressive. So right now, we're just waiting for Hollywood to get back. Some milk, some more milk, maybe a cookie with that. Hopefully they'll let him get a couple more frags here. He's been kind of lacking this game here, so if he can bring that up, maybe get a couple kills on pits here. Yeah, let's see what's going on.
Hollywood's basically been like a bot when they go CT, when they go A. The T's, they just take him out with no remorse. He wide peeks, he'll take solo peeks, and he just gets punished for it. He needs to stop playing that typical angle and pit, and maybe play graveyard or on double boxes in sight. I want to point out too, I haven't seen an op be used on this T side this whole half. So let's see if Havoc will buy that op. He can use that. Fight CP2, fight Onyx, get that pick. Lower the morale. They need to keep hitting A. A has been where they get their success. When they go B, it's it's basically a stomp from CP2.
Okay.
He usually gets a 3K.
What is it? Let's loosen up here. Let's loosen up here. What is it? We're just waiting for the pause to go. So, how's your day been, CJ? What you been doing?
It's been pretty well. Enjoying my little federal holiday.
What is it? How about the team, whatever, like Philadelphia? How you guys preparing for that and all that?
Yeah, we've been preparing. Sadly, Mello cannot come, but Ivan, who is Logic, he's been having to have a stand-in online because his computer pooped. But since it's a non-BYOC LAN, we're going to be seeing Ivan at the LAN. So it's promising.
Infosys, you've almost been cut 3 times from the team, so from 3 seasons.
It's
Great
true.
news.
I've just, I've been so bad, and I'm weighing them down.
Incredibly, I can see it's from every single game, so it's great to see you here.
I know, I just, somebody's got a bottom frag, Might as well be me.
Yeah, you're taking one for the team.
I wish I had the aim of that Rebo guy, man.
Pretty much, man. I mean, you gotta be a IM team like me, so...
So now we can see
sad.
it live here, and it looks like Onyx. He's not picking up the op, so maybe CP2 getting the dominance over Onyx this half.
So yeah, it looks like they're actually gonna do a heavy execute on the A side. They was setting up for smoke, setting up pretty much for everything here. Actually, it just looks like actually 3 ults that they're setting up for something, but really not. I definitely think, especially on Inferno, if you actually do an execute on the A site, no team ever predicts that, especially in IM play. Like, it's incredibly effective. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna push in here. There's just a Molotov. Kevin able to take out 1, able to take out 2. Now swiftly traded by SW. A Molotov actually by Rad. He just stays in the Molotov. He likes the fire. Hollywood pushing out, and Onyx able to take down ST. The last guy left is Edit, seeing if he can make something happen here, but nope, he is not. The first round of Overtime 1 goes to Velocity.
And as I keep pointing out, Kevin, he's getting those double kills consistently, keeping his team in this.
Just consistently, whenever they push A site, he always gets 2 kills, like, if not 3.
Exactly, it's usually been Onyx
Incredibly
and
reliable.
Hollywood losing A, and then Kevin stepping it up, so...
Yeah, it's not like Hollywood's actually underperforming, it's just Kevin's taking all the frags from him.
And now I wonder if SWT meant to buy this gun, the SG 553 I think is what it is, or 556, or if it was an accidental buy, but you could actually maybe entry with that into the BRA bomb site.
Yeah, right now, basically both teams trying to find something. The SG here, see if he can get that scope in, get that 1 tap coming in from CP2. If they get a flash out, they can actually peek CP2, but CP2 is in a very good position, especially with this op. He's shown that he's been a great opper, but
And
SW...
then there it goes.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that gun, a lot of people call it a noob gun or a dumb gun. When you have that scope and you have that 1-tap ability, it'll 1-tap somebody just like an AK will. Sometimes if you don't want to buy an op and you need to eradicate an op, pick up an SG.
A deja vu coming from Kevin. He's able to get a kill and get out with 5 health. Like the same time that happened last time, like, well...
So you see the B bomb side being faked right now just by CT Smoke, and Onyx, he's biting it. Now it's a 2v3 over at the A bomb site.
Yeah, right now, they're basically just trying to find some angles on them. They do know that Kevin's extremely lit though, so they're going to see if they can push in A side, although... Was it Raz just completely left single-handedly, just on a truck side, trying to find something to happen, but right now they're just seeing if they can get any angles on him, pushing in extremely slowly. Kevin able to take out 1 guy, Click, and Hollywood exchanging some shots from Pit, but besides that, they're just basically stuck. Edit able to take out Kevin though. Watching the back, actually turns away, and Onyx is able to punish him for that. The last guy, Pitt, Hollywood, just misses his shots. Like, he's not able to get those shots.
Hollywood
Oh,
playing
no
scared
time!
right now. And there's no time. That is devastating for the T side. Those are
Oh my
rounds you
God.
can't lose.
Wow. That's actually incredibly infuriating for Adderal. Like, they had the round, they just had a plant there, and they pretty much had it. Like, I definitely think if...
Onyx
I don't...
coming out with the BM, picking up the auto sniper. Let's see what he does. He goes towards B. If they go B, it's gonna be a slaughter. There's gonna be free reign with an auto.
Right now, the Adderal is feeling the pressure right now. Have to win a round to be able to get some pressure off them here. What's going to go on? So, I've noticed, especially like if you're a very close game or like you're about to lose, you play a lot more aggressively or you play a lot more pug style, especially on lower tier teams. Like, pretty much just lose all faith in the team. So, hopefully these guys have a little more willpower than some other teams here. So, but ST, see if it can discipline with the SG. Gee, wow, that rhymed. Okay.
There you go, Rebo. You're a poet. You don't know it, bro.
Yeah, easy, man, easy.
And Click. I don't agree with this. He buys an AK and nothing else. He even has $700 in his pocket. Like, or no, Click has 0. It looks like he only had 2,700 and he decided to buy an AK without armor. This is a team game. You're in IM. You're wanting to win. You need to buy that Tech 9. Get that utility for your team. Having no armor against M4s and AKs, that's really stupid buy.
Right now they're just basically just trying to find something. CB2 able to take down Rad, just trying to get an aggressive peek, but right now they have 3 people pushing on the B side, which is incredibly easy to defend for the CT if they playing the angles right, which they are. But he's using the auto to his advantage.
Well, like I said, if they go B, it's about to be a slaughter. And there it goes, 3-0 for the first half of what he goes towards Velocity Esports.
They have to win every single round in a row to be able to actually come back from this, which is incredibly hard. Especially with every single round they're buying, so.
Yeah, that was... I don't agree with the play there. I don't know why you'd buy AK no armor. Be the first guy in. He got hit once with an M4 in like the leg, it stopped him completely, and he went to one tap Onyx, and it looked like the shot was on, but as soon as the M4 tagged him, that aim punch sent his crosshair into the sky.
Yep, let's see what's gonna go on here. Listen, I believe actually, let me check this. First half, actually, Velocity actually beat them in rounds 9-6. So on T side that is. So hopefully that's gonna show a little bit more in the overtime here. They only have to win 1 round to be able to win this match here. Well, Adderal has to win 3 more to be even able to tie it.
NACS, man. You get 9 rounds on T side and nearly lose the game, and then in Adderall's favor, they got 6 CT rounds and brought it back to 15-13 and then couldn't close it out. We're just witnessing 2 really unprepared teams, I think, on this map.
Yeah, right now, it's just incredibly... It's shocking from the CT side, the T side first half, that they couldn't be able to get 1 round. I mean, it's just misplays coming from them. Like, I mean, just the bomb there, that was just... That should not happen.
No,
Especially
never.
like
That should have easily been the round. A guy with a freaking SG got a triple kill, and you've lost the round? Like, you even had the man advantage.
Like, the actual... It looked like he was actually going to save that, so...
Well, you see the T, Kevin creeping in, trying to get that pick, just like Edit was, or Rad was last half.
Yeah, Havoc playing actually kind of defensive on site, just watching apps here. I think actually gonna opt to do a little bit of an A push with ST actually, and all the way in Archway, actually not watching mid at all. So
You have one guy in pit playing under. Just if Kevin gets this pick on site, he can maybe turn it into a quick double if he drops out of pit. He flashes his way out, he drops. He's behind him. Edit had no clue.
What is it?
There's
Kevin
a second
going
kill coming
huge.
in from Kevin.
Kevin going huge. He's able to get 1 kill. Havoc though, although in back side, able to get
Havoc going 3 kills. And Amaze trying to get
Oh my
down and just gets destroyed. Havoc just took that round.
Kevin he had two amazing entry frags turning into a 5v3, but Havoc from back aside using his cover to his advantage, able to single out opponent and opponent, just winning the round. So, right now it looks like they're not actually going to get an op on the CD side here. I don't know if they don't have a main opper, or they just prefer the rifle here, but I definitely think an op's incredibly versatile on the CT side. Let's see what's going to go on here. Onyx was able to get hit down to 20 health, so he's going to be a one-shot for any if he decides to push in his sight, so he's probably going to be the last one going in. Besides that, pretty much there's going to be demolish. Why am I saying that? Well,
Yeah, Onyx with 20 HP. You know, last half, the whole T side, we didn't see ops at all. We saw SGs, but we didn't see any ops. Now Onyx saying, you know what, Chuck, you're doing well with the op, but I'm going to show you up. He picks it up on T side, and right now it's not looking promising for him.
basically just going to try to find an angle, and CB2 having to take out ST.
CP2 is feeling it. He is in the zone right now, and he said, we're not losing this. Havoc pulled out last round, but is he going to have to make another crazy play to keep them in?
He's able to get those angles, he's able to get those entries. Right now, they're just going to see what's going to go on here. They have... they're going to go B, which is the right call. They only have one guy B here. And the only guy B is actually playing close with a Molotov. So, he has one guy rotating though, so let's see how that's going to go. It is 30 seconds though, so... They do Molly, but what is it? Rad did use his Molotov, but he's burning, and he's 2
at 2
now.
HP!
Click able to peek out through the smoke, and now he's 2 HP. He has to get a kill to secure this round.
There it is. He gets the trade kill and just gets traded. It's a 2v2 now. 1v2 with Edit. Will he save the round?
Shooting through smoke, I don't think that's enough. That's the idea. Is it Edit able to get the
kill on Kevin?
Is it Edit able to get the more favorable trade there? 73 HP. Kevin holding the angle. I think he actually spotted him. But...
yeah, I hope he saw Kevin, but he thinks there's a guy backside. There's not. They're hiding in smoke. This round's theirs. This looks like it's about to be GG.
Well, yeah, I'm 100% it's GG. Like, unless he, gonna be impossible for him to win this.
And it looks like this is GG. To Velocity Esports winning the match.
There's no hope for Edit. He may have been able to throw down smoke, but even then, it was just so good post-plant positions. Like, I mean, there's really no way he can actually win that match unless he hits amazing shots.
Yeah, I have to give it to him. That was theirs to lose. They were down 2 rounds and brought it back on the CT side, got all 3 rounds, and closed out the game. Props to him. I would definitely say the MVP there. Kevin might have gotten consistent frags, but if it wasn't for CP2 and his clutch rounds at B, he would have that would have been lost. So I would definitely give the MVP to CP2 that game.
But yeah, he didn't really show up the first half as well as Kevin how he did. But besides that, the second half, he basically single-handedly won 2 rounds for him, which were incredibly key rounds. Like, if they did not win those rounds, it would have been surely GG.
Alright, so